Hello everyone, I hope and pray that you're doing well. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty windy this afternoon. And here I am just outside my office. You can see the Centennial Field behind me, a few trees blowing in the wind hopefully. And this wind made me think a little bit, just about off the music stand here, made me think a little bit about this past Sunday in Pentecost. And made me think about what Jesus says to Nicodemus in John 3. He says, the wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you can't tell where it comes from and where it's going. So it is with everyone born of the Holy Spirit. And Jesus is comparing the work of the Spirit of God in the new birth to the way that the wind moves and the way that the wind affects the world without even being seen. And without even being controlled in any way, shape, or form by us. And in your baptism, you are born from above, born by the Holy Spirit. And this new spiritual life that we have comes along because of the Holy Spirit, through the Holy Spirit. And Jesus talks about this, and he teaches how the Spirit regenerates us, makes us fully alive. And there's actually kind of a neat play on words here, because in the Greek, the word for spirit and the word for wind are the same word for wind and spirit. So the wind is being treated as a picture of the Spirit, right? The wind, the Spirit, blows wherever it pleases. And you'll have to forgive me because I've been on a bit of a boat theme lately, but I was just thinking, when I'm thinking about the wind, I don't think I'd be the right guy for a sailboat, because the wind blows wherever it pleases, and when it pleases, and how hard it pleases. And many days I just kind of like to get from point A to point B without meandering and without depending on the wind. And so I just maybe imagine with me that you've decided you want to go sailing, and maybe you know next to nothing about sailing, and so you get some books and you scour the internet and you talk to some people, maybe a veteran sailor, about how this works, answers your questions, and then maybe the next day you rent a sailboat. And everything that you need for sailing is there. It's all in good working order. But then a whole lot of things can happen, right? One of the things that can happen is that the wind will come along, but you forget to put up the sail. Another thing that could happen is that your sail's all ready, but then there's no wind. And maybe through it you learn a lesson or two, right? You can study sailing. You might be able to build a sailboat even. You can seek after the best and the wisest advice from veteran sailors. You can be on the most beautiful of lakes, but if there's no wind, or worse, if you forget to hoist the sail, nothing's going to happen. Only God can make things happen. Only God makes the wind blow. The wind blows wherever it pleases. You hear its sound, but you can't tell where it's coming from or where it's going. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit. And so this Pentecost season, will you attend to, will you wait for the leading of the wind of the Holy Spirit? And will you set sail wherever the Spirit blows? The peace of Christ and the wind of the Spirit be with you all.